Live from Happy Valley Studios, this is the MCS1 show. And now your host, the guy who voted for Nader twice, MCS1.
All right, welcome to the MCS1 show. I am MCS1.
And this is Caleb.
And today we are going to be discussing a topic that is very dear and close to my heart.
And mine as well.
We are going to be discussing things that are hard to open.
All of them.
Yeah, a lot of things. Now, this may sound like a joke to you, but this is a very serious issue.
It's been going on for centuries.
Yeah, it's been going on for centuries, and someone's got to say something about this. So
it's got to stop.
Yeah, so we're going to say something. All right, so for my opening remarks of what I would like to say today is my roommate just got a car the other day. Yeah. So,
applause light is buzzing right now.
Yeah. He just got a car the other day, and he's super excited. But the car doesn't have a CD player or MP3 hookup thing.
Okay.
But it has a tape deck.
All right.
So we go to Shopco, him and I, last night, and we go to the electronics department, and we find one of those tape deck to either CD or MP3 converters.
Yeah, just the plug-in, right?
The plug, yeah. Right. The plug. And so we buy it, and then we get into the car, and he's so excited. He's like, instant gratification. I finally have this. And he spends like 5 minutes trying to open the thing, fidgeting with it. He's like, why is this so difficult? And a lot of things are like that. Like almost everything people purchase these days are exactly like that.
That packaging is getting more and more advanced.
Yeah, it's getting so advanced that like you need like a knife, scissors, or something extra to open anything these days.
Yeah, at least a Bowie knife.
And what happens if you buy scissors that are packaged, but you don't own any scissors to unpackage them?
Borrow your neighbors?
Think about that for a while, people. All right, so
ponder.
Let's talk about some things that are hard to open. I want to begin with we're just going to discuss a few things. So let's begin with bottles.
Yeah.
Bottles are difficult to open.
We're talking glass bottles.
Yeah, we're not talking a wine bottle. That's meant to be. And surprisingly, if you have a corkscrew for that,
pretty easy.
Pretty easy.
You pull on it.
Yeah. You do a twist, you pull, you're good. You can have wine and get crunk. So it's easy. But I go to a gas station, and let's say I pick up a Gatorade or a soda of some kind. It's been sitting in that freezer, and so I purchase it. By the time I get back to the car, it's a little wet.
Totally.
And
always.
And
yeah.
they had those little
the ridges
on them on the sides, and so you're twisting, but instead of like getting some a grip on it, all you're doing is tearing up your fingers.
Yep.
Because it's wet, and it's just like I can feel like the first 3 layers of my skin peel away every time I try to open a Gatorade.
Yeah, and it's
from a gas station or one I kept in my fridge. It's ridiculous.
Well, and it's annoying more than anything else. I mean, it's like you buy a drink.
Yeah.
And the purpose of that. You're not just buying it, hey, this would be a pretty good thing to hang on my wall. I want to just look at it every day.
It's not decor.
No. You buy it because A, you're thirsty, or B, you really like the taste. Or both.
Or both.
And so you buy it because you're like, maybe you just went for a run. You just got back.
That's
hit
the
up
word.
The gas station.
Back from a run, and your hands are all sweaty.
Yeah, and you got the water,
Gatorade and the water, and you're just like ripping it. Oh, and it goes to the bone.
Yeah, and it's just, and you can't. I mean, and a lot of times, when that happens, they say, oh, well, just use your shirt, use the tail end of your shirt. Well, after a run, your shirt's just as sweaty as your hand.
Yeah, and half the time, if I try using my shirt for the the Gatorade, even if I haven't been running, it's still difficult.
Yeah.
It's just gotten out of control.
Yeah. And then not only that, you're ruining a perfectly good shirt.
Exactly.
You're tearing... How many layers of shirt are you tearing off?
Yeah.
And how many fibers? The humanity.
The humanity. Well, I know from now on, when I go to the gas station, I'm only going to be wearing my Goodwill shirt.
Yeah.
So that I can use it to open up.
Absolutely.
So let's talk glass bottles as well.
Okay. Yeah. Those. Honestly, and this is a personal opinion as well. I think drinks that come in glass bottles taste the best.
Oh yeah, totally. Sobe, when it came in a glass bottle, was amazing.
Now in the plastic bottle, it's
nasty.
Pure crap.
Yeah, it's awful. Good job, Sobe. You lost some great customers.
Yeah,
so,
some faithful customers. Customers that have your T-shirts.
You have T-shirts?
No, I was just...
Oh, okay.
I was just putting it out there.
Oh, okay.
Maybe someone like that stopped.
Could be.
Because
he probably was using the T-shirt. They've probably been ruined now from trying to open Sobe bottles.
Yeah, probably.
Just throwing that out there. So, like IBC root beer. I drink a decent amount of IBC. I'm not like a big soda fan, but a sarsaparilla every now and then.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
It has a good flavor.
Yeah, and Coke out of a bottle.
Oh,
always good.
Best kind.
The Mexican Coke.
Oh yeah.
Same with the Pepsi too.
Oh yeah.
Best kind.
And it's that darn lid.
Oh, it's difficult, and it's like, but we have a twist off top. Well, yeah, but your fingers get all messed up.
Yeah, the twist off top, that's a terrible idea to do with metal.
Yeah.
And not only metal, but sharply ridged metal.
Yeah, I didn't know that bottle caps were made from adamantium. That's the same stuff that Wolverine's skeleton is made of, the stuff that's indestructible. That's what bottle caps are made of now, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and it's tearing through our skin.
Yeah. So, why we brought up the glass is Caleb and I, we found a way to combat this. On our Facebook page, on facebook.com, if you search the MCS1 show, you can see what we have done to combat this. We are holding in our hands right now an IBC root beer. But in addition to that, before the show, we busted these bad boys out. And these are our rings that we have.
Bottle opener rings.
And we picked these up for, they were two of them for what?
I think it was $5, $4?
Two for $5. Bottle opening rings. And these are great. Like, you can go to a party and, like, the way that they work, there's pictures on the website. But it's, by the way, we are in need of a sponsor, bottle opening rings. So, the way it's set up, it's like the first half of it looks like a regular ring, and the second half is to open up bottles. And so what you can do is you can actually take the bottle opening ring and put it into the palm side of your hand. And then, you can actually just take it and you can pry up, like act like you're just doing it like with your hand, and you happen to be wearing a ring at parties, and it impresses people.
And it works very similar to just a regular bottle opener. You know, one of the little magnet ones you have on your fridge or whatever. Those you just pop it out. You just pop the top off. Same thing. Yeah. Same principle.
These are great, and they're inexpensive, and they're a lot of fun.
And they're stylish.
Yeah, they're kind of cool. So check our website for those and some wonderful pictures and stuff. But we use these to open up the bottle, and they're great. And so pretty much every time we have a show, Caleb and I have been using these things. So another thing, speaking of bottles and opening, let's discuss pill bottles.
Ooh.
Yeah.
The arch nemesis of America.
I went there, big pharmaceutical. I went there.
Yeah.
You're talking about big healthcare and all this other issues. Let's talk about being able to open these bottles with these pills to provide us with health.
Yeah, especially, in a dire situation. When you're dying of, say, for example, a heart attack.
Yeah, the Bayer commercials are like...
Right,
those are great examples, because with Bayer, their big claim to fame is, if you know that by taking Bayer, you can stop a heart attack in seconds. And that's their big claim to fame. And the first time I saw that, it's like, oh, that's so cool, blah, blah, blah. But
if you're having a heart attack, how are you going to open a child-proof bottle?
Yeah, it's ridiculously hard to open a bottle in general. And then when you're having a heart attack or something bad happen, it's like, ugh. This is going to be great.
You're already stressed out.
Yeah.
Let's be serious.
What I can't wait for is when I'm sitting at Grandpa's funeral one day, and then all of a sudden, it's like, well, you know how he went, don't you? Well, no. Well, he was having that heart attack, and he was fiddling around with the bottle, and he just couldn't get it open in time. We found him holding the bottle in his hands, dead, with the bottle of Aleve. He didn't even have beer. But, it's just so...
I mean, it's hard enough, honestly, to get those bottles open as it is.
Yeah. And then
you got to push down, turn, twisty lock, twist tie it off, and then you got to get through bypass the security system and all this. It's ridiculous.
And then you have to go and assemble the statue in the Shrine of the Silver Monkey.
after the retina scan and the fingerprint verification.
Exactly. It's like Legends of the Hidden Temple combined with all the security to get smart.
Right.
It's ridiculous.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah, the president has less security than a pill bottle. That's how bad it's gotten.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous. It needs to change.
Oh, they tried to change it. Haven't you heard this?
No, I haven't. I haven't heard this.
They've combated this. Now they keep them in cartons, these pill cartons, with these...
like milk cartons?
No, these little pill cartons, like these little boxes for the pills. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And they have the little pills all individually, not individually wrapped, but like in a package. And so you have to go and tear off all this stuff on the back, which is impossible to get off.
Like Benadryl?
Yeah, the Benadryl. Perfect example. And you have to, go rip it off, and there's like a layer of metal, paper, and...
Which, by the way, is also... It's adamantium sheets. So it's like you're trying to push this thing out, and you're breaking the pill on the inside.
I will never stop sneezing. It's just ridiculous. Like how much society, how we've handicapped ourselves by trying to keep everything child-proof, but now it's become adult-proof.
Yeah.
Can kids really get into this stuff that easily?
And especially, I mean, if you have... Okay, who honestly keeps their pills at reach level for children that don't know better?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's this daycare on 60 Minutes that does.
Okay, well,
but that's about it. And that's like 1 in a million odds.
Yeah, and most parents and adults are, slightly more responsible than that, and they'll probably put it, barely within their own reach.
Yeah.
Let alone the reach of a 2-year-old.
Which makes it even worse because when, granddad's having that heart attack.
He can't reach it. His left arm's already incapacitated.
Yeah, and it's too high for his right arm, so he's got to go grab the grabber that he uses for the potato chips. So he's got to go all the way to the kitchen, get the grabber, run to wherever you keep the pills, which may be in the kitchen.
Maybe.
Or may not.
Who knows? I mean, my parents keep it, for the kitchen is way downstairs. Yeah, and then the pills are way in the room, upstairs.
Mine are in the bathroom.
Okay.
And we had a medicine closet that doesn't really get used. I keep mine in my desk within my reach.
Well, but you also don't have any small children
I also don't have any small children running around.
No.
Which is rather convenient. So, other things that are just difficult to open, besides, standard pill bottles and stuff like that, pickle jars.
Ooh.
And not just jars in general are already tough. Like that.
Like jelly jars, pickle jars.
Yeah, you always see those infomercials with this old lady, and she's like, I just can't open this jam that I canned a year ago. It's so difficult. And it's like, say hello to the jar opener. And so we always know that the first time it's always difficult, but after that, it's usually easy.
Except when it's not.
Yeah, except pickles.
Like every time after that with pickles, no matter what.
Pickles are always difficult to open. It's not the fact that people don't buy pickles because they don't taste as good as other things. It's the fact that pickles are difficult to open.
Yeah, if they had an easy open jar for pickles, I think popularity would skyrocket.
Exactly. And another thing you got to think about, what if Grandpa is having this pickle rage attack? Like, he's so hungry.
Needs his pickles.
And he's just, I need pickles. And then, he can't open it. And then he starts having his heart attack at the same time. I actually heard, one of my friends told me that something that gets rid of heartburn instantly is pickle juice.
Really?
Drinking pickle juice.
I
said it's
did not know
nasty,
that.
but it works. So what if Grandpa's having his heartburn and he's like, pickle juice? And he runs to the fridge and he's got to get, the grabber for some reason. I don't know
why not.
Yeah. Okay, Grandpa. So, yeah.
He's senile old man.
Yeah. So pickle jars, just difficult. So in addition to pickle jars, I hate boxes.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Like those packages you get in the mail and you're so excited because you've been waiting forever.
Now,
and then
we're not talking just the cardboard ones. We're talking the papery bubble ones with the bubble wrap already laced inside. Cool design, by the way, but difficult.
Nice work. And then it's like Fort Knox. It's like, what are you holding inside this that makes it so the person you sent it to?
What could it be? It's my small textbook for script writing class.
Yeah.
Well, that's well worth it.
Yeah, I'm really glad that I went through all of this effort. Thanks, bubble wrap. Yeah. Or whatever it is, it's just it's getting harder and harder to open these things. Packaging is just too good.
Oh, interesting thing. I hate cardboard. I loathe it. I cannot stand the sound of cardboard. The sound, the feel, the smell even.
Ooh.
Like all of it, especially dusty cardboard. Like it just puts shivers down my spine thinking about it. Caleb's laughing because he just saw me cringe. It just drives me nuts. So when I get when I order something off of eBay or Amazon that I need, and it comes in the mail, and I get super excited, and it's like a box,
a giant cardboard box.
Giant cardboard box. And it's like, it's just It's already difficult to open, but then I'm cringing left and right. It's like nails on chalkboard to me.
And then you got to get that box cutter out because you can't open the tape or something.
Yeah,
and you're just
it's just
it's painful.
It's painful. It's like what I think is like the real slam in the face is Christmas morning or your birthday, but mostly Christmas morning.
Mostly Christmas.
You come down. The parents, they come down after the kids. Oddly enough, Christmas is the one day of the year my parents sleep in.
Really?
Yeah.
Christmas. Why not Thanksgiving?
I don't know. It's Christmas. Probably just to stop the rest of us from opening up presents.
No happiness for you.
Yeah. My younger brother, he'll always, like a same Christmas tradition, he'll always get up, run downstairs, check the presents at 1 a.m, a little bit, open one up, and then he'll come back upstairs. Then he'll wake up at 5 a.m. sharp, and then he'll keep waking us up. And then parents just keep sleeping in. They sleep in till 10:30, the one day of the year they sleep in. And they're like, but it's Christmas. That's their excuse.
But it's Christmas?
But it's Christmas.
Well, then just wake up for 10 minutes, let us open up our stupid little presents and go back to sleep.
Yeah. So, back to things that are hard to open. So, you run down the stairs at 10:35, and my parents shortly follow after we've done raiding the stockings. And so then we get to the tree. We get the presents. So, not only do we have to open up the wrapping paper, which is not that bad. But then, let's say you open up something, and let's say, oh, it's a blender in a cardboard box.
No.
It's like a slap in the face. It's like not just getting the gift you didn't want. Like the husband who buys his wife a set of power tools.
Here you go, honey.
It's like, now you got to open it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. It's great.
Oh, yay. Thanks for the blender, Mom and Dad.
Yeah.
It's going to work for all of the margaritas that I'm going to be making.
My parents never got me a blender, by the way. I just wish they would have. I have one now, though. I got one for free a while ago.
So it was like Christmas.
Huh?
It was like Christmas.
It was like Christmas. It was great. So, another thing, speaking of gifts or whatever, say you open up, that nice Christmas paper, and you see a nice CD or DVD that you want to watch that day.
Mm-hmm. I like that moment.
Yeah. but there's all that stuff on it. It's just difficult. Like the CD, like there's that stuff at the top.
Yeah, that's that tape.
That extra tape.
And it's like worse than duct tape.
Oh, yeah.
It like doesn't want to, you have to like tear into the plastic.
And unlike duct tape, it doesn't fix anything. Everything.
Nope.
Like duct tape fixes everything, including relationships.
Of course.
And the only thing it can't really fix is our economy. Oh, but so yeah, it's so difficult. You get a CD or DVD, and there's all that stuff, and it's not just like the top, but there's like the sides, and then there's something inside the case too. Now I understand we're in a generation of trying to stop shoplifting, and we have those scanners to categorize everything and keep inventory. But seriously, it's just too difficult. Soon I'm going to see an infomercial following the jar opener for the CD and DVD player opener.
Oh, totally.
I just can't open up the Muppets Christmas Carol. Yeah, I used to be able to open these up, but it's so difficult. Have no fear, Granny. This DVD opener is right for you. Also, if you act now for $19.95, you could also receive the CD opener.
Oh my goodness. All these deals.
Yeah. And the best part is, it will come in a box that's difficult to open.
Of course.
Of course.
With way too much packaging, the bubble tape, and that nice Fort Knoxy paper.
And instructions in French and Spanish.
Yeah, but not English.
Yeah.
Because we don't even know how to open things.
Exactly. Oh, the DVD opener. What is that? So, some things that I think are really difficult to open, just throwing these out there. Locked doors.
Very difficult, especially when you don't have the key.
Oh, the key or the credit card. Or a credit card, do you know? Do that with.
Or if it's your car,
Ooh.
a coat hanger.
Did you know, my roommate told me this the other day, Honda Accords, apparently they're the most commonly stolen car. Because
really?
What you can do is you can actually take the key and you can file it down, use it to open up the doors and the ignition as well.
Really?
So most Honda Accord owners, they keep a club in their car. They have the club on there.
Right.
And the club, oddly enough, not difficult to open. Unless you don't have a key.
Right.
But yeah,
right.
Same thing. It's like the locked door.
Yeah.
So
just very difficult.
Yeah.
I've never been able to figure it out without the key or a credit card. It's hard.
Key.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
I had my old apartment. I was able to actually open up the door with a credit card.
Really?
Yeah. It's like when people would see my student ID for UVU, they're like, "Oh, that's really cool. It's your ID and your credit card." I'm like, "Yeah." And also sometimes, when I get locked out of my room, I can, just wiggle it around a little bit and, get in.
It's perfect, really.
It really is.
It's a 3-in-1.
Yeah. Another thing that I find really hard to open, my eyes in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so.
There's not really anything for those, though.
There really is.
There's no key.
No credit card.
No. That would be very painful.
Yes, it would be. All right. So, in addition to my eyes in the morning
and locked doors,
the most difficult thing to open is my heart.
Thank you, 80s rock ballads.
Yeah. All right.
I'm half expecting Foreigner to come on now. Owner of a lonely heart.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's our show for this evening. Just for our final thoughts, we would like to say that, seriously, for those, I don't know, if it's child services, what government organization it is to keep making things safe for kids not to open.
And the USPS with your packaging.
Yeah, and UPS.
FedEx.
Yeah, all you guys, seriously, this has gone too far.
Knock it off.
It's too difficult. We know you're trying to make a little extra money on the side by shoving in a little extra cardboard or tape.
Whatever it is.
Whatever it is to make money. But seriously, this has gone a little too far, and it's a time-wasting thing for our society.
And it's not making things easier.
Yeah, I mean, how many people have really been saved by these child-proof aspirins.
Yeah, if we had a statistic on that,
Yeah,
that'd be fantastic.
that
but
would be wonderful.
we unfortunately, I don't think that kind of research has ever been done.
And what if, and if they're taking those pills or whatever, I'm sure it's not like a 3-year-old that takes them either.
Yeah, because 3-year-olds, let's face it, can barely walk.
Yeah. So, I mean, I would say I'd be more worried. What we need to do is make it teenager-proof.
Yeah, because I mean, those are the ones
Yeah.
that are going to be, trying to swipe your pills.
Yeah, I'd make
Sell them to their buddies.
Yeah, I'd make it teenager-proof. And if anything, if the teenager is overdosing on pills or whatever and dies, I mean, that really, it's a horrible thing,
But
but
have we lost too much? Has society really been dealt a heavy blow?
I know. Like,
And
think about that next time you're standing in line at the grocery store.
And honestly, I mean, all you'd have to do to make it, teenager proof is on the outside put, your mom likes these pills. Then every time you picked them up, you'd be like, oh no.
Mom likes these.
Definitely
They're
not using
cool.
those.
All right. Well, that's our show for this evening. Once again, I'm MCS1.
This is Caleb.
And good night, goodbye, and later.